in that third quarter.
Well, one might think that Mindoro slowed down a little bit, but boy, they came back strong to start the quarter. Ken Bono was in it, and might I say, this is really just welcoming everyone to the Bankali and Jory Napoles show in the third quarter.
Oh yeah, those two guys practically took over for their respective teams. Those are our highlights of the game, brought to you by SIP Plus, the official hydration partner of the Mpbl. Elevate your hydration. Napoles and Bankali taking charge for both Pangasinan and Mindoro respectively. What will the fourth quarter bring us? That and so much more sa pagbabalik ng Mpbl. Check out our LGR fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl. Some fans of Pangasinan here at the Paco Arena in Manila City, our venue for our Tuesday triple header. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Mike Perez and Ms. Mika Abesames. Johnny Napoles, 15 points total in this game. He only had 4 in the first 2 quarters. 18 points na pala total para kay Jory Napoles, and he absolutely tore out in that third period.
Oh, and he was doing it with a lot of efficiencies. I mean, one dribble pull-ups, attack down the lane on open floor transition, getting deflections, helping out on the defensive end. It's not just scoring, it's the energy that he's brought to the Heat Waves in the third quarter that mattered most in that round. Another steal.
Melenso picks the pocket of Bankali. Remember, this lead was as high as 28 points in this game. Look at the quarter scoring. Pangasinan gradually getting better in this game. 12 in the first, 22 in the second, and 27 in that huge third quarter. They get a foul here against Bamga Malinda. That's going to be another person na laban sa kanya. Vic Manuel able to draw that contact. He will go to the line for 2 shots.
That's a second personal on Bamga Malinda, and that time, you know, really just proves to you that the baseline out of bounds is one of the toughest to defend.
Let's go courtside to Ms. Mika Abesames.
2 of the guys making it work for the respective teams are Cap Comboy and the muscle man Vic Manuel. Former teammates in San Miguel but really good friends off the court. Kwento ni Vic, batang kapatid na daw niya talaga itong si Ino. In fact, nung umalis nga daw siya sa team, totoong nalungkot daw talaga si muscle man. Sabi niya, talagang halos hindi ako makakain nun sa lungkot. Palagi daw silang magkasama, and he likes how Ino has really evolved into a great player here in the Mpbl where everybody develops their game. Sabi naman ni Ino, nako, etong si Vic Manuel, todo close daw talaga nila, sinusuportahan daw talaga siya sa lahat, kaya lang sayang daw dahil hindi kasya sa kanya ang napakaraming sapatos ng muscle man. Javi and Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Well, great history between both Ino Comboy and Vic Manuel. I actually forgot na mag-teammates nga pala sila sa San Miguel, no?
Oh.
But despite the age difference, they're so close pala. And thank you, Mika, for getting that bit of information. Ano kaya size na pa ni Vic Manuel? No?
Yun nga sasabihin ko feeling ko pareho kayo
Kaso feeling ko hindi yan size 11, coach
Alam mo yung size 11 na parang size mas malaki pa.
Tansya ko mga at least size 12 yan.
Oo, laki.
Baka nga 13.
13 pa, correct.
Galanza, pinapahirapan ng depensa ni Hans Maikong.
Ngayon medyo nakadiin na rin yung depensa nitong Mindoro. Even the perimeter guys, you know, they're not sagging off of them, they're hitting against them.
Mindoro is currently at number 8 in the Southern Division. Pangasinan number 4 in the North. Manuel misses. Comboy has Melencio to beat off the glass and in para kay Ino Comboy.
I like that Ian did not challenge that anymore. He really just had to give it up. Babalikan na lang namin kayo. Pupunta sa namin kayo sa kabila.
Melencio spins. Bankali with the tap. Melencio recovers. Manuel steps behind the line. That one's long. The rebound tracked down by Ino Comboy. Leaves it for Maikong. He was blocked there by Galanza.
Good block by Bong.
Comboy relocates. Nothing but bottom para kay Ino Comboy. That's another three-pointer to his name.
The relocate 3 has been a pure threat when you talk about Ino Comboy. They miss a shot, they try to make a run. This time, Ino goes for that easy two-point basket. Ian Melencio not challenging that. But again, you gotta relocate if you're a three-point shooter. And Bam Gamalinda understood. I've got my shooter right there in the corner. You gotta give it up, and Ino knocks it down.
He is exuding so much confidence right now. Talking about Ino Comboy, his team up 73-62. Jeco Bankali, also one of the guys who have been contributing so well in this game. He has formed half of that backcourt duo with Ino Comboy as the most potent in this game for the Tamaraw. 17 points para sa kanya. The young guy playing like he's a veteran here in this game.
And never afraid of the moment. How many times did we see him going up against Vic Manuel, Mike Mabulak? And then those guys are veteran in relation to, he's playing experience. And you're really not just being afraid of that situation.
Jory Napoles was hot in the third for Pangasinan. He misses on that three. That one was short. Bankali pushing. He gets by multiple white shirts behind the back to Bam Gamalinda. What a play by Jeco Bankali.
Oh my God, that Jeco Bankali show continues in the fourth quarter. Oh wow.
Ilang nakaputi ang nadaanan niya doon, Coach. He practically blew by every heat wave that was in his tracks. And then that spectacular pass, my goodness, here he is again, the outlet to Maikong. That Hans decides to pull back. That's an offensive foul against the former Olivares College standout. Bam Gamalinda telling his teammates, let's go back, bawi na lang tayo sa depensa. But look at this, he fools everybody with that pass.
Well, the moment that Lawrence Victoria actually tried to dig in on that move by Jeco Bankali, started that rotate, and Bam Gamalinda pretty much was free on that side of the floor.
Bankali with 17 points, 6 rebounds, 4 spectacular dimes in this game for the former Mapua Cardinal. Fresh off a championship last year in the NCAA, Bulanadi, I think he has to come alive here for the Heat Waves. Steps through, passes it out. Victoria from downtown, malakas. Ay tulak galing sa likod, laban sa Mindoro. That's gonna go against Jonas Tibayan. Coach Benji Teodoro still a little bit chill on the Mindoro sideline. He has not stood up a lot in this game. He has let first assistant Kim Siko do a lot of the directing as Bulanadi gets a basket and one there for Pangasinan.
Dito ng fourth quarter para dito sa Pangasinan Heatwaves because they've never tasted the lead. They've been giving a good push. They've been on big runs, but they've never gotten the lead. And so at this point, you really got to put a little bit more extra effort here in regulation.
Bulanadi only with 6 points in this game, Coach.
Yeah, pretty much because of the good play of Jory Napoles.
Under 7 minutes to play sa laro na to. Galang sees some space from the outside. Bankali gets to the loose ball na tamaan sa dun sa mukha ni Lawrence Victoria. That was quite the hit on the face.
Well, he got hit on the face, but sure didn't look like it was intentional for Lawrence. Lawrence was really trying to tap the ball upstairs in the hope that it ends on the other end, and so he gets advantage of a run the other way.
These are two former Mapua Cardinals. Ayun sa pool sa mukha.
Yeah, that's the best that Lawrence could really do to chase that ball, to try to tip him upstairs, allow Jeco Bankali to really just fly by. Kailangan nangyari, tinamaan nga si Jeco.
Just a regular foul against Lawrence Victoria.
Agree. I would have been surprised if that happened to be an unsportsmanlike.
O dahil going for the ball naman siya doon. Bankali was just not in the best position to protect himself from something like that.
I mean, if you're going to get Jeco Bankali perform this way heading into the playoffs, that just all the more provides that depth from the guard position. Imagine, you can actually move, as Axel now comes in for Jeko, you can actually move Axel over to the wing and be a shooter like Comboy.
But for now, he will man the point guard spot. Inigo, a quick trigger. Oh, that was halfway down. Andrews trying to battle with Bulanadi for that basketball, but it ends up being Pangasinan rock.
That was a good shot. That ball was halfway in. Defense was drop coveraging. Your Axel, you got to take that.
75 to 64. Napoles. Perimeter
There you
jumper. He's got that on automatic. 20 points in the game for the former Manila player.
At a certain point, I'm sure Coach Noy Catalan's going to bring back in Ian Melencio.
Vienes to Tibayan. Reverse is no good. Victoria saves it to Maguliano, who gets it to Bulanadi. Right-hand finish is good for Alin.
22 fast break points for Pangasinan versus just 16 for Mindoro. That's where they made their run. Speaking of the heat waves.
Inigo is doubled in a very precarious spot. He gets free. Tibayan manages to get it. Left it short.
Oh, wow.
What a huge miss coming from Jonas Tibayan.
Indeed, that was a huge miss. And at that time, if that mask wasn't on there, I'd like to think he would have made that shot.
But look at the heavy pressure played there by Pangasinan. Tibayan.
Madulas din no?
Siguro nga, coach.
Bitawan yung bola Pero iba rin kasi talaga pagka bagong gadget yung suot mo, equipment yung suot mo, lalo na it's on the head.
Napoles continuing his scoring barrage here in the fourth quarter. This free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Pangasinan fans cheering them on here. They're down by 5 points. Andrews almost turns it over. The Tamaraos managed to get it across the timeline.
Barely getting in there.
Inigo nagtitimon dito para sa Mindoro. They're up by 5. Shot clock at 6. Axel against Maguliano. Fall away jumper is short. Magat keeps it alive. Inigo thought of the 3. Maguliano is still on him. Vienes has a slight height advantage against Victoria. Gets both him and Napoles in the air. Vienes for 2.
Mismatch on that side. You draw a secondary defender. You gotta attack that.
77 to 70. Past the 5-minute mark of quarter number 4, Napoles is practically unstoppable in this game.
He is unstoppable. There's no other way to put it. Anywhere he goes, he just keeps puncturing the hoop.
24 big points in the game for Jory Napoles. Floater no good galing kay Axel Inigo. Napoles secures possession for Pangasinan. Gurtiza a little bit wild there. Maguliano out to Bulanadi for 3. No good. That rims out.
Oh, that was huge. He was wide open.
Oh, Bulanadi only with 8 points to show for. His team down by 5. A foul against Mindoro. Gurtiza is down.
Is that a Marion Magat? I see that.
Looks like it, coach. He tried to set a screen here. Oh no, it was on Comboy.
Yeah, it's on Eno. Well, he tried to create that separation with a little shoulder bump. I thought he did a good job of selling it too.
For sure. Comboy's been the top scorer for the Tamaraos in this game. He's got 24. Bulanadi handling the basketball against Ashan Andrews. Goes to his strong side. Bulanadi picks up the dribble. Dumps it to Maguliano. Could not handle the pass. Turnover for Pangasinan.
That's a good pass though by Alain Bulanadi. Hindi lang na-control ni JP doon.
Pagsanhan is on Comboy. Gives it up to Gamalinda. Bankali and they switch positions. Jeko now calling the play. Melenso on him. Bienes, quick move to the right. Magoliano is right there with him. Andrews has to take it. Pagsanhan secures possession for Pangasinan. Harvey charging into the basket. Draws the foul against Comboy.
Boy, Harvey was going that side of the floor, but I thought on the right side, you had Alain Bulanadi running wide, holding that three. That would have been the least guarded guy in that situation.
Oh, but this is huge, coach. That is now number 5. Laban kay Comboy. And we still have 3:33 left in this one.
At the very least, that's the consolation you get out of it. It might be really just Harvey Pagsanhan understanding foul situations. So with Comboy, he might be thinking, Eno's got 4 personal fouls already. He's not going to defend me on this lane drive. And so I take that back. That was a good decision by Harvey.
And not a good decision at all, coming from Comboy, who fouls out with 24 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of assists. However, you talk about consolation prizes. That's the consolation that Mindoro gets from that particular sequence. 0 out of 2 si Harvey Pagsanhan dun.
Yeah, you might have taken out a really good 3-point shooter. Pero ang dami pa ring scorers sa 3 nitong Mindoro. You still have Gamalinda and Bankali who are about 50% from there.
Bulanari saves it to Magoliano. 3 minutes and change remaining in this game. Melenso susubok galing sa labas. Wala yan. Ball is loose. It ends up with Bankali. Ball is poked. Gamalinda has it. Magoliano trying to foul. Bienes trying to wait for teammates here. 5 ang abante nila dito. Ball handling duties falling on the shoulders of Jacob Bankali. They go backdoor. Andrews hammered from behind by Harvey Pagsanhan.
They're gonna review this. A couple of players down on the floor. Jory Napoles got hit as Ashton Andrews on the other end was elevating for that attempt. See this right here.
He almost traveled. And there you see Napoles getting hit first, and then the foul by Pagsanhan on Andrews. Pareho sa likod ng ulo. Our referees will be reviewing that last sequence. 2 minutes and 38 remaining in this game. Pangasinan has never led in this matchup. Mindoro has led by as much as 28 points sa laro na to.
And I feel that hit by Harvey Pagsanhan really was a peel-off defense because he understood that Ian Melencio got beat on the sideline and saw that it was an athletic Ashton Andrews going that close. Possibly a dunk kung sakaling hindi niya na inabot yun.
Coach Noy Catalan, the one calling the shots right now for Pangasinan, with Coach Jerson out of this game early in the second quarter due to ejection. He had 2 technical fouls. He was fuming mad over a few calls in that second quarter particularly. Andrews is at the line for 2 shots. No unsportsmanlike fouls or anything of that nature called after the review. It's a regular foul against Harvey Pagsanhan. Andrews could not take care of business on the second.
Still got a shot here. This is still a lot of time.
No doubt about it. 78 to 72. Melenso to Napoles. Trying to lose Gamalinda. Takes the shot anyway. That one's short. Andrews, crucial rebound para sa kanya.
You gotta get a stop if you're the heat waves right now.
Bankali is down. So is Ramirez and Victoria.
And you love the effort
against Pangasinan.
Yeah, you love the effort of Lawrence Victoria. Going for those 50-50 ball.
Well, he is constantly tried in this game, coach, but a lot of his offense not really arriving, as well as Alin Bulanadi, those 2 vital cogs on the offensive end for Pangasinan. Hindi talaga nakagana dito sa laro na to. They have 2 minutes to try and still do so. Mindoro will try to hold on to the 6-point lead in the final 2 minutes.
This is just a 2-possession game.
Bankali draws contact.
My goodness.
Plus the foul. basket and one para kay Jeco Bankali. He's playing the game of his life in this one.
And if there are any doubters to what Jeco Bankali can actually provide the Mindoro Tamaraws, may those guys put that doubt into rest, as Jeco Bankali has really elevated his game here in the second half.
Only averaging 6 points per game this season. Came on over during the trade and free agency window. Was traded for June Manzo. After that, Bankali able to get more minutes with his Mindoro team. Tonight, he has been one of the top scorers for the Tamaraws. 19 points, could not complete the three-point play, but Pangasinan could also not score on their side of the floor. 80-72. They get it back to Jeco Bankali, and why not? Melencio defending him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bankali loses it. Galanza picks it up. That's a push from behind against Jeco Bankali.
And it's gonna send Bong Galanza to the free throw, as Mindoro already in penalty. Dami pa nito, haba pang oras na to. But important is for Pangasinan to make their free throws, while the Tamaraws, you gotta keep your poise. You gotta go back to that game against Pasig, and it was another close game.
Galanza able to take care of the first. Look at the free throw shooting for Pangasinan in this one. 13 out of 24. Galanza goes 1 out of 2.
Oh, wow.
Both teams actually not doing well from the charity stripe in this game.
And they're gonna use a lot of clock here.
Ramirez, Gamalinda, Bankali, Tibayan, and Sean Andrews on the floor for Coach Benji Teodoro. Gamalinda wants it against Jory Napoles. Veteran to veteran, mano a mano. Gamalinda to beat the shot clock.
In moments of the game, when you try to look for someone to take over, you always got to go to your veterans. Bam Gamalinda going up against another veteran in Jory Napoles. Just a little jab step going right enough to create that separation, get him lifted up in the air, and then really just going to his jump shot.
58.9 seconds remaining. 82-73 is the score. We'll be right back. Just trying to set themselves up well for their next two games, Coach. Mabibigat ang magiging kalaban nila for their last two games of the season. On September 25, they will be facing Batangas, and 5 days after that, they go up against the league-leading Abra Weavers.
And this is a good wake-up game after that close loss against Pasig. You never underestimate your opponents, and so right now the Tamaraws are doing just that.
17 points in the game for Bam Gamalinda after that clutch shot. Melencio decides to take the three. That rims out. Ball is loose. Picked up by Napoles. Wala pa rin para sa Pangasinan. Gamalinda ahead to Bankali, who only has one man to beat. Magoliano could not offer enough resistance. Bankali putting on the finishing touches here for Mindoro.
3 of the last 4 to 5 attempts of the Heat Waves have actually been taken by Ian Melencio. All those shots look good but did not fall. And so you miss a shot, Matic, Mindoro's gonna run you the other way, and Jeco Bankali really just finishing it off.
Oh boy, this guy playing like he is a man on fire. 84-73. The clock is ticking right now for Pangasinan. Jeco Bankali, former Mapua Cardinal, played a vital role in the NCAA Championship of Mapua last season. Taking his act to the Mpbl this year, started with the Cebu franchise midway through the season, transferred here to Mindoro, and he has played a spectacular performance in this one. They get the steal here. Ramirez. This is going to be the cherry on top of the ice cream. Gortiza from the outside, wala pa rin. Magoliano recycles for Pangasinan. That's a 3 for Bolanadi, but that just might be a case of too little, too late for the Heat Waves.
I mean, I'm really just wanting to make sure here. I'd like to think of this timeout by Mindoro. This was the shot earlier that I was mentioning of that drive by Harvey Pagsanhan. He did get that fifth foul of Comboy, but that would have been a good look also on the other end for Alain Bolanadi.
21.7 seconds ang nalalabi sa ating laro. Magbabalik ang Mpbl. Pangasinan, on the other hand, will have to go through Rizal, Imus, and the Caloocan Batang Tangkalu for their last 3 games of the season.
And yan, ang ma-challenge na mga games yan, definitely yung Rizal and Caloocan. Well, the reason that we say that is that Imus has a lower record compared to them. And so, but it's also not a guarantee that they're gonna win it. And so it's very important they win those remaining games, and it becomes very tricky for Pangasinan because guys are also wanting to avoid the Abra Weavers. I mean, who wouldn't? Who would not avoid them? And they're one of the toughest. I'd say the toughest team this season, especially after coming off that after nung matalo sila sa Pasay. That really just woke up the Weavers team. And this is so much different of Abra Weavers right now. Lalo na, you're heading into the playoffs.
I don't think anybody would want to face Abra in the first round. That's really going to be a tall order, both literally and figuratively.
Yes.
We'd want as much as possible to delay facing the league leaders in the postseason. Melencio for 3. That's good.
That's exactly how his previous shots look. It looked good, but you know, either it's halfway in, it goes out. And Ian Melencio, you got to feel for the guy. He kept pushing the pace for the Heat Waves, initiating that 16-point run in the second quarter.
One of the guys primarily responsible for Pangasinan's comeback from 28 points down. 11 seconds na lang ang natitira sa laro na to. The Binyata Takjel will be going up against the Zamboanga Sikat right after this one in a very important South Division matchup in what will have heavy implications on the team standings in that division.
Well, actually, Binyan trying to get at the very least to number 6. Matalang itong Zamboanga. You know, they still got a good chance. They're still at number 4 right now, but the games are tougher.
It's going to get even tougher as we head down into first the play-in and then, of course, our playoff season. It's the first time that the Mpbl will be having a play-in tournament right before the playoff starts. So it's only the top 6 who are guaranteed the playoff spots at this point.
I just also want to say, from a coaching standpoint, that you also got to give the props to Coach Noy Catalan, and you know, after that ejection by Coach Jerson Cabiltes, even the players for having responded to the ejection of Coach Jerson. You'd like to think the head coach is no longer there in a game that's very important for them to win.
Mates mo hanggang naglalakad ka papunta dito, nag-average ka lang ng 6 points per game, pero itong larong ito nag-elevate ka lalo nung second half, nahulog ka pa, no? Sa lagay na yon. Pero credit din syempre kay Cap Ino sa larong ito, no? Kumusta ka pagkatapos ng larong ito?
Maganda naman po kasi sobrang sarap sa pakiramdam kasi natalo kami sa last game eh. Talagang nag-bounce back talaga kami. Tapos winwork on lang namin yung mga weaknesses namin, tapos ganun. Stick to the team lang.
Napag-usapan mo yung disappointing loss nga sa Pasig, ano? Siguro yun talaga yung nag-ignite ng fire sa inyo. Ano ba yung tumatak sa isip mo pagkatapos ng larong iyon, lalo na ang susunod nyo pang kalaban, Batangas tsaka Abra?
Yun po, parang naganahan talaga akong mag all out talaga sa training. Talagang prepare namin yung game na to kasi nga po yung Pangasinan parang malakas po talaga. Tsaka sa playoffs po parang may chance pa po kaming nung pasok kaya all out lang talaga kami sa training.
At kitang-kita namin ngayong araw ang lahat ng preparation nyo. Meron ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati po namin si Mayor Aina, maraming salamat po sa suporta. Kay sa coach namin na si Coach Edsel Villena, maraming salamat po coach. Sa mama at papa ko na nasa Cebu, tsaka mga kaibigan ko na nasa Cebu, yung ate ko nasa Japan, ate Gigin, at saka sa mga families ko po na nasa Cebu. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Alright, maraming salamat. What a great performance from Diego Bankali and of course